welcome to today's tutorial. I'm so excited to have you click on that channel to watch this tutorial. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I hope you've been enjoying the tutorial, and if this is your first time, trust me, you will want to click on that subscribe button because you won't want to miss out on any of our tutorial. So today we'll be making this beautiful sleeve that you saw on the thumbnail. It is very easy to make. We only need 4 steps and then we are done, and it is very easy to make. So this is the beautiful fabric we'll be using for the sleeve, but I would want to make my illustration on this paper. Now everything I do on this paper, you can do it directly on your fabric, but because I want you to see it clearly, that is why I am doing mine on the paper. So after marking it on the paper, I'm going to transfer it to the fabric. Like I say, you can do everything I'm doing here directly on your fabric. So the first thing we need to do is to get the flat part of the sleeve. And then the flat surface of the sleeve, I'm going to mark 11. That's the length of that sleeve. From the shoulder up, down is 11. And then for the wideness of the sleeve, I'm going to mark 7. Now for this draft, I have added the sewing allowance. So I am using 11 by 7. And then I'm going to use my ruler this way to mark it across. So the width is 7, and then the length of this draft is 11. So the next thing is I'm going to cut out this that I have marked here. Now, so this is the base. The next thing you will do is to fold it into 2 equal halves this way. I've folded into 2 equal halves this way, and then on this side is open. This side where you have it open on the top part here, on this angle here, you will come in from this angle by 1.25. This is where my 1.25 will get to, and you will use your curve ruler to give it a curve this way. I'm going to move my curve to make sure that I get it nicely. Just make sure you place your curve, and then this is what I have for my curve. So once that is done, from this sharp end, I came in by 1.25. So the next thing is I'm going to cut it out. I'm cutting out where I have that cut, and this is it. This is the flat, the base of the sleeve. Now it's time for us to cut out the other one that will go around it. And the way to do that is to first measure from this end of your draft to the other end this way, because this is how the sleeve is going to be. This is going to be the bottom part. The cuff part will be on your shoulder. So I'm going to measure now from this end all the way to the other side, and this is how to measure it. You take your tape rule from this lower part, and then you just trace it, go all the way this way, trace it this way, like that. Sorry, I'm going to do that again. Just make sure you get it correctly. Trace it all the way this way, and then to the bottom side. So here I have 28 inches. So with my 28 inches, I'm just going to add 1 inch. That will be 29 inches. And then on your fabric again, you are going to measure 29. Any value you get, you are going to measure it out. 29. So let me see, this will not be enough for my fabric. So I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to measure out my 29. Okay, so here I have the length that I need. So for the length The length is the value you get when you mark it round. And then for the wideness here, I'm going to use 4 inches this way, 4 inches. So I'm going to mark it this way, 4 inches all the way down. So I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm marking 4 inches all the way down. Make sure your lines are straight, 4 inches. So I'm going to cut this on the fabric now, and then I'm going to show you how to join it together. 4 inches. I'm going to show you how to join it. So this is going to be the strip we are going to sew round. This is going to be the strip we are going to sew round it. Okay, so this here is going to be the base, and this here is going to be the strip we are going to sew round it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer this now to the fabric, and I'm going to cut out 2 of these, because one is going to be the surface, the other one is going to be the lining to cover inside, because you're going to add interface. And I'm also going to cut 2 of this strip, and then when I'm done cutting, I'm going to show you how to join the pieces together. So this is what we have on the fabric. I already cut this. You can use lining if you want, but I just want to use the fabric for both sides, and I've added the interface. So you can add your interface. This is what is called a peplum stay. So you can add the peplum stay. This is how it looks. The peplum stay will help to hold it properly. And this is also the strip. So I've also added the interface on the strip. So what we are going to do now is on this side, I'm going to sew this place together and then open it up this way. And then for the strip, I'm going to close this end. I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to close this end. And on the other side, I'm going to turn it this way, and then I would also close up this end. Then after closing, I'll bring it back this way, and then we'll join it together. So I'm done with that sewing, and then I have turned it in. So the final stage will be to put this here, this together, and sew it round this way. I'm going to sew it round this way. I'm going to sew it round. So I'm just going to put it together this way, and then I'll make sure I follow and sew it round. So this is the outcome of our beautiful structured sleeve. You can see it looking nice. So all you need to do is to tack it here. Just tack it to the top you are making. The sleeve is so beautiful. As you can see, it's very beautiful. So you can use it on your African print, you can use it on your lace fabric, and it comes out beautifully well. So thank you for watching. Make sure you sew your own beautiful structured sleeve, and see you in the next class.